He's gonna notice me. It's okay, we're the best of friends. Anyway, I hear it in your voice. You're smoking with your boys. So don't ask me.
Really? Taylor Swift again?
Cameron, I thought you respected her music.
It's like the fifth song you've played.
Well, Kyron, she has amazing songs. Plus, who's better than Taylor Swift?
Deftones, Sleep Token, literally anyone else.
Whatever, Shay. I mean, why are you filming us anyway?
Just documenting our last weekend in high school. End of an era.
Speaking of eras, Taylor Swift's Eras Tour was amazing. Hey, don't hate. Her concert was incredible. Thank you, Aubryn.
Yeah, it really captured all of the pivotal moments in her career. What got her to now?
Brooke brings up a thought. I mean, do you ever stop to think how we got here?
I think you and your parents are long due for a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, there are birds, there are bees.
Whatever, Sydney. You know what I mean. I mean, how did we get to this moment? We're all about to graduate from Richardson ISD. Even you, Shay.
Oh, ha ha ha.
I mean, we're all about to go off to college to pursue the careers of our dreams. But how did we get here? But how did we get our start?
How did it start for you? When did you know that you wanted to teach theater?
Well, the teaching bee came later, but my love for theater came about in elementary school.
I have so many vivid memories of doing theater, of just getting to create stories. We were encouraged to explore and play. I remember us creating this one play. It took place in a circus, and I had the idea to take a lampshade and turn it into a circus tent. It was magical.
Did you like the play?
I loved it. It was wonderful. I liked your idea for the circus tent.
Thanks.
It was magical. Just having the opportunity to play and explore, just having the challenge to make up stories and make them come to life. I guess I got bit by the theater bug because then I auditioned for the Theater Magnet at West Junior High, and I was hooked.
Wow, my favorite thing in elementary school was getting to play with Legos.
Oh, that's so cool. What class was that?
It was my 6th grade year at Prestonwood Elementary. I remember Mrs. Campbell's math class. She had us use Legos as counting tools, but I also got to build things with them.
Wow, that looks so great.
Thank you,
I love
Miss
it.
Campbell.
That looks awesome.
And I was pretty good at it. She was always amazed with the things I would make. I think that's when I decided I wanted to be an engineer. I just love building and creating things.
Just don't try and make real bridges out of Legos.
A mechanical engineer. I want to be on the innovation side of things, creating renewable energy sources and making energy more cost effective.
You got all that from Legos?
For Miss Campbell, making math fun.
I didn't know that you went to Prestonwood too.
It's been a minute.
I remember one of my favorite teachers there was Miss Gutierrez in 3rd grade. She always went out of her way to know each student personally. She also inspired me to like reading. I remember we once had this reading project, and I loved this one book so much that I read it over and over again. By probably the 3rd time I was reading it, I remember her asking me, "You're really reading that book again?"
Brooke, are you reading this book again?
Yeah.
How many times have you read this book so far?
I don't know. She truly noticed us and made connections with us. And then when we struggled, she took the time to study with us. She was a great teacher. She was a really great teacher.
Oops, song's over.
Look, I can respect the heck out of Taylor Swift, but how about we play something else? What about the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yellow Peppers?
No, it's definitely the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No, Yellow Pepper reminds me of my English teacher from Forest Meadow Junior High, Miss Cooper.
Enjoy, like and play.
Oh no, I just want to be with you. You're the best teacher in the world. That's why.
She made learning fun. She also created a really welcoming classroom. I made my first real friends in Miss Cooper's class. She also encouraged us to try new things. She once had me try a sweet yellow
You
pepper.
never had one?
Never had one.
Never?
Never.
You want to try one?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, try it. Try it. Tell me what you think about it.
I was scared to try it, but she pushed me to take a new chance and try something new.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Thank you for recommending this to me.
That's how I like chili peppers ever since.
That is what's so great about being a teacher, being the reason someone discovers something new.
That is how I got into art. Mrs. Scott at Liberty Junior High.
In her class, I literally discovered art. She had this assignment where we would reach into a bag of random shapes.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Exploring the shapes through the touch alone, and then we had to draw what we felt. That's when I started to love drawing. And I hope that someday I'll be able to animate some incredible cartoons.
Nice.
I just know that it's going to be a perfect fit for my future.
At Apollo Junior High, I found the right fit, literally. I remember back in 6th grade when the Apollo band director, Mr. Becker, came to visit our school.
Take the mouthpiece. All right, let me see your pita pizza. Blow your air, yep, cool. Mouthpiece up.
He had us try all the different instruments. They checked your aperture and have you play several different instruments until you find the right fit. My uncle was a trumpet player, and he made all state. I always wanted to play the trumpet like he did, and he inspired me. When Mr. Becker put that trumpet in my hand, it fit perfectly.
Good. I think that's the one. Way to go, man. Congrats.
When Mr. Becker put that trumpet in my hand, it fit perfectly. And that led me to make All Region, and that inspired me to go to A&M Commerce and double major in trumpet performance and vocal education. And now I am so excited to take my next step into my career.
Do you know when Taylor Swift took her next step into her career? It was, no, listen, this is actually interesting. Okay, so she released like this double album thing called TTBD, like specifically the Tortured Poets Department. And she released a music video.
Everything okay?
Yeah,
You sure? What's going on?
I'm just anxious, that's all. Like, what if this isn't right?
You know, I had my doubts about engineering. I was starting to hate science, but then I had Mr. Fry.
What are you gonna do?
Well, cancel, please. I was starting to hate science, but then I had Mr. Fry. He was my physics teacher at Pierce my junior year. I was really struggling in physics, and I was beginning to turn away from my career path. But he encouraged me to push and try harder. He taught me that it was okay if I wasn't good at something at first.
Hand up. Got it.
He spent countless hours with me before and after school tutoring. He always made time for his students.
It's not that I'm nervous about my career path. Like, I have known that I wanted to go into film since I was so little. I'd always watch my dad edit videos and like compete in these film races. And whenever I joined the communications magnet at high school, Mr. Morton, my teacher, he really showed me like how many opportunities there are. You know, there was this one moment where I really felt capable in myself.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Eagles. Have a golden day.
All right, cut. Good job, everyone.
Hey, good show today.
Thanks.
You know, I was thinking, I really want to write a rec letter to the school we were talking about. It's intense, it's one of the best in the nation, but I know you can do it. I totally believe in you.
Thank you. That means so much.
You deserve it.
That I can do it, that I can make it in a tough industry.
Then why are you so nervous?
The uncertainty, saying goodbye to everyone. I'm such a family person and I'm going somewhere where I'm not going to know anybody.
Well, I'm going to UT. You will know me.
And I hear you're gonna have an amazing roommate.
Yeah, I guess I know 2 people.
And I'm sure you're gonna make lots more friends.
Thanks, guys.
Made a decision yet?
I think I'm gonna go with Captain Crunch.
I'm in your major.
Oh, well, film at Dallas College.
Welcome to the dark side. Film's where it's at.
Well, did you ever doubt whenever you chose film?
In elementary school, I wasn't really the best student. I barely got my work in on time, and that's if I ever got my work in. It was my 7th grade math teacher, Coach Stelzer at North. He was the one that whipped me back up into the shape. Coach Stelzer helped me learn to start getting things in on time. It was just in time for magnet interviews too. I applied, and the rest is history.
Okay guys, that's the magnet communications video. Shay, it look like something you're interested in?
I wish I could do it, but I don't think I have the grades for it.
Don't you worry, I'm going to help you get there.
If it weren't for him, I wouldn't have had the grades to be able to join. I wouldn't have had the work ethic to even stay, even if I managed to get in.
Yeah, it's really awesome that we have such caring teachers. Mr. Geffert and Mrs. Wilson, they helped me get a job as RHS softball manager.
Because I'm an immigrant, it was hard for me to get a job. Yet Mr. Geffert and Mrs. Wilson really put in the work to help me get a job.
And they didn't have to help me, but they chose to because they really do care about me, and I'm really grateful.
So how are you feeling about everything, Kyron?
Everything?
You know, graduating?
I mean, I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm nervous about leaving my friends and going far away.
I'm really excited to be traveling the world. That's one of the reasons I'm studying aviation, so I can be a pilot.
I would much rather be flying the plane instead of jumping out of them like Kyron.
Really?
That's not exactly what I'm going to be doing. But my ROTC instructor, Lieutenant Colonel Gerald at Lake Highlands High School, he used to do it, and he's the one that opened my eyes up to the military as a career.
I've always had the opportunity to work with elite teams. And as I think back to my time in uniform, because one of the models we always stated was, you know, the God's favorite abode, right? And what does that mean? You know, a lot of times we would go on missions, right? We had opportunity to jump out of airplanes. And this is one of the operations, right? We're loading up. And when we exit the ground, I remember, and the NCOs were like, hey, sir, now you can go about your day and you can remind mere mortals that you're a demigod because of what we do, right? And just having that mindset of being able to accomplish great things that 99% of the people don't do, right? That just catapult you to more extraordinary things, right?
He helped me get into Marion Military Institute in Alabama.
What are you focusing on there?
The early commissioning program. Plan on majoring in criminal justice or computer science. After my 2 years there, I plan on going to a four-year university and majoring in cybersecurity. Yeah, I'm still afraid of heights though. It's going to be a while before I'm jumping out of one of your planes.
What's this about jumping out of planes?
It's basically what we're all about to do. Take a leap of faith. I mean, I don't think anyone said it better than Taylor Swift. No, I'm serious. She had this song called You're on Your Own, Kid. You're on your own, kid. Yes, you can face this. You're on your own, kid. You always have been.
Always have been.
So we were never really alone.
We had each other.
And we had some amazing teachers.
All right, guys, let's jump into this next chapter together. 1, 2, 3. RSD!
I don't know what I want, so don't ask me, 'cause I'm still trying to figure it out. Don't know what's down this road. I'm just walking, trying to see through the rain coming down. Even though I'm not the only one who feels the way I do. I'm alone, on my own, and that's all. No, I'll be strong, I'll be wrong, or the life goes on. Oh, I'm just a girl, trying to find a place in this world. Got the radio on, my old blue jeans, and I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve, feeling lucky today. Got the sunshine, could you tell me what more do I need? And tomorrow's just a mystery, oh yeah, but that's okay.
Lisa Brown,
I'm alone, oh,
Charles Sebastian Kelly,
and that's all. No, I'll be strong, I'll be wrong. Oh, but life goes on. Oh, I'm just
Dunshay Dwayne Coleman,
trying to find a place in this world.
Deshaun Francis,
Maybe I'm just a girl,
Jeffrey Abilly,
but I'm ready to fly. I'm alone, on my own, and that's all. No, fire screamers!
Berlin, could you come here a second? You made such a creative script. You're really good at telling stories.
Did you really like it?
I loved it. Have you ever thought about becoming a writer?
Remember this moment, RISD. Look around the room. This is your work family for the next 187 school days. These are the people that you will move mountains with and make magic happen together for our almost 37,000 students. You will be the ones that make this possible for every child every day. I know I can feel the excitement and maybe a little bit of those nerves as the first day of school is quickly approaching. It is hard to believe I am starting my 3rd year as superintendent, 11th in RISD, and I still get all the jitters preparing for the start of school, just like I did in my first year. We faced many challenges last year, and many of you will be teaching and working in a new building. I know hope is not a strategy, but I am hopeful that we will receive some funding relief in the next legislative session this spring. But if not, we have weathered storms before, and I know if we stay connected and united, we can persevere again. In our time together, we have focused on how much we believe in RISD and our students. Last year, Coach Brano made another appearance to message the importance of working as one team, Team RISD. This year, I want to build on that momentum and challenge each of us to continue to grow and thrive. It is time for each of you to own this era, your era in RISD. The board has given us a North Star goal. The charge is to ensure every student and leader achieves their annual growth goal. We want to stay focused on academic and professional growth. How do we leave at the end of the day better than when we walked in? How do we personally develop our own growth, and how do we support the growth of our peers or those that we lead? Growth is for all. It does not matter your title. Start thinking now about how you hope to grow this year. How do you want to be better on our last day of 24-25 than you are today? This is what it means to be part of a learning organization. Imagine the possibilities for yourself and our school district family if we make this a reality and not just an empty promise or a fun poster on the wall. Be the one, RISD. It's not just me who believes in you and your ability to own this era. Our board of trustees believes in you as well, and they wanted to share a few things with you about what they believe.
I believe RISD has the best educators in Texas and beyond, and you deserve our time, our focus, and our very best efforts of support. As you each commit to being the one for our students, I strive to be the one for each of you.
I believe, as an elected board, we must be the ones to represent you in Austin to ensure our district has the resources to recognize your value and provide you what you need to do your work at an exceptional level.
I believe you each will be the one to make a meaningful, memorable difference in children's lives every day throughout this upcoming year.
I believe that our RISD community will continue to be the one that supports you and our district as we all work together for our students' academic growth.
I believe that each RISD parent wants the very best for their child and hopes for the opportunity to be the one to partner with you to ensure their students' success.
I believe our district's resources will continue to focus on and support student academic growth, and we are all the ones to ensure we operate efficiently while supporting every student, every teacher, and every leader every day.
I believe our team of RISD educators is amazing, talented, and caring. From my experience as a proud RISD student, teacher, and principal to my family's experiences as students, parents, and taxpayers, I know that so many of you have been the ones to make a difference in the lives of my children and thousands of others. Thank you for all that you do.
If we stay committed to this focus on growth, if we keep the main thing, I have no doubt this will be a year to remember because every day matters. Every day counts. Don't forget, on August 13th, our seniors will have their very last first day of school, and our pre-K kinder babies will walk through our front doors for the very first time. They can't ever get these moments back. So let's have the time of our lives doing what we love and living out our purpose. thank you for saying yes to this work. Thank you for being a part of this school district family. Thank you for loving kids. Thank you for making a difference. Do not ever forget, I am here. We are all here to support each and every single one of you to grow and thrive this year. I always share with our leadership team that I am good when I know they are good. I mean that. I love each of you so very much, and I know we cannot do what we do without you. Be the one, RISD. Be the one to own this moment, this era together. Every child, every teacher, and every leader, every day. I have had the time of my life with you these last 2 years, and I know 24-25 will be the best yet. Let's remember this moment together. Be the one.
I said, remember this moment in the back of my mind. The time we stood with our shaking hands, the crowds in stands went wild. We were the kings and the queens, and they read off our names. The night you danced like you knew our lives would never be the same. You held your head like a hero on a history book page. It was the end of a decade, but the start of an age. Long live the walls we crashed through, how the kingdom lights shine just for me and you. I was screaming, long live all the magic we made, and bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered. I said, remember this feeling. I passed the pictures around of all the years that we stood there on the sidelines, wishing for right now. We are the kings and the queens. You traded your baseball cap for a crown. When they gave us our trophies, and we held them up for our town, and the cynics were outraged, screaming, this is absurd. 'Cause for a moment a band of thieves in ripped up jeans got to rule the world. Long live the walls we crashed through, how the kingdom lights shine just for me and you. I was screaming, long live all the magic we made, and bring on all the pretenders. I'm not afraid. Long live all the mountains we moved. I had the time of my life, fighting dragons with you. I was screaming, long live that look on your face, and bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered. Hold on to spinning around, confetti falls to the ground. Make these memories they are fun. Will you take a moment? Promise me this, that you'll stand by me forever. But if God forbid fate should step in and force us into a goodbye, if you have children someday, when they point to the pictures, please tell them my name. Tell them how the crowds went wild. Tell them how I hope they shine. Long There's something about the way the street looks when it's just rained. There's a glow off the pavement. You walk me to the car, and you know I wanna ask you to dance right there in the middle of the parking lot.
Ready to graduate?
Yes, baby. We're driving down the